So it's already 10:03 a.m. Okay, let's start with the event. Shall we? Shall we, Doctor?
Yeah. Can start. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum and welcome everyone to our ChitChat with Academic Advisor. This event is to address to your concerns and answer your questions about academic matters such as study plan and a little bit basics of your internship. I am Nurhana Abdul Hanan, your MC for this morning, and we have Dr. Rafika as our speaker, and she will be answering your questions for today. Okay, let's proceed with the questions. Before that, okay. Okay, so these are the questions that we've received in the Google form. Before, after this session, there will be a Q&A session, so everyone can ask more questions if they have any concerns. So by scanning the QR code, as you can see on the screen, or you can just Google slido.com and enter the code 120400. Or you can also just unmute your mic and directly ask Dr. Rafika your question. So, okay, let's start with the first question. What is the requirements of practical training?
All right. Okay. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Right. So answer. Okay. I'm your academic advisor. So let's start with the first question. What is the requirement of the practical training? Right. So before you can register for the practical training, you have to finish up all the courses, right? The kuliah, university courses, department courses and elective courses, and which is for the local student, the requirement credit hour that you need to finish is 133 credit hours, right? And for the international is 131 credit hours. Okay, for the practical training is 6 credit hours. So meaning that for the local student, 133 minus 6, right? So you have to finish up 1 to 7 credit hours. Make sure in your study plans, make sure that all the universities, all the kuliah and department required courses you already taken. Okay, so please make sure that before you can register for the practical training, because after the practical training, okay, there is not any courses you can take. So meaning that the practical training is the last course that you can take off before you graduate. So that's for the practical training. The requirement is that you have to finish up all the university kuliah required courses, department required courses and electives, so that you can do the practical training.
Okay, so that is
Right.
That is the answer. So it is important to plan out your study plan to ensure that you have completed all courses, because the practical training will be your last before you graduate. Okay.
And then one more thing is that for the practical, it's the last semester, you cannot register practical with other courses in the same semester. Meaning that, okay, let's say you this semester is your last semester to take the courses, the last courses. So the next semester you register only for the practical training. So for the practical training, you cannot register with other courses. Okay, so only for the practical training, and practical training you must do at the last semester before you graduate.
Okay. Okay. So everyone take note of the importance of the answer, because if you want to graduate as you planned, so it's important for you to. So next question, when is the best time to do practical training?
Wait, wait, 2 minute, sorry.
Okay, doctor.
Oh, sudah, okay. Alright. The next question. Okay, the next question, what is the best time to do the practical training? All right, so you have the best time, I think it's not the best time, it's a requirement for the practical training to do in the last semester before you graduate. So as I said that you have to finish all the courses, okay, before the practical training. So that's only way that you can do the practical training, the last semester before you can graduate. All right.
Okay, doctor. So it is mandatory to do your practical training during your very last semester. It's not an option to do whenever you like during whatever semester that you wish.
All right.
So, okay, so let's move on to the third question. If I do my intern during short sem in 2022, is it possible for me to graduate at the same year, which is next year?
Okay, if you do the intern during the short semester, after you finish your intern for 3 months, so after you finish, meaning that you already graduate. If you pass the practical training during your short semester, so automatically you graduate. So because so at the same time, after you get the result for the practical training pass, so this is meaning that you already graduate.
Okay, so the answer is it's possible. It's very convenient, actually. Okay. So I can see a lot of questions is about internships.
Yeah, is it possible to take 25?
Is it possible if I take 25 credit hour in the next semester? This is because I only need to fulfill 25 credit hour to allow me to do an internship for the next 2 semesters.
All right. So for the for this to answer this question is that the maximum, actually the minimum credit hour is 12 credit hours and the maximum is 20 credit hours. Okay, I think for 20 credit hour is already heavy. So for this year, I advise you to take, let's say, 18 credit hours for this semester, and you continue the full the extra the credit hour, 8 credit hour for the next semester, because already heavy for the 20 credit hours. So you cannot register 25 credit hours during the semester, even though you are in the last semester, because it is a heavy, so it will burden to you and you will feel stressed. So don't take 25 credit hours. You can take 18 credit hours for this semester, and the next semester you do the extra the credit hour, 8 credit hours for to take the extra for the other courses for 8 credit hours.
Okay, so the maximum is 20 credit hours. As someone who has taken 19, I also feel like it was heavy enough for me.
So
okay.
Now
the next question. Is it allowed for ISFIN students to not do their intern in the Islamic finance industry, but more into other things such as e-commerce and international trade?
Okay, actually regarding for the internship, I do not charge for the internship. For the internship question, you can ask more detail with Dr. Fatima Norashida, right? You can email her regarding the internship. to answer this question because she chose for the internship. So you can ask Dr. Fatima, email to her, or maybe you can join the briefing that she will conduct on mid of the November, 5th of the November. Right, so you can join the briefing and then you can ask her. So I think for this Islamic finance, if I'm not mistaken, you can do the other related finance. It's not necessary for the Islamic finance, but you can ask more details to Dr. Fatima. Right? So yeah.
Everyone who has like more further questions and you want to more details about internships can mark your calendars and join Dr. Fatima's sharing session probably in November. Okay, let's move on. I heard that ISFIN students had troubles getting internship placement as companies are confused about the course we are taking. How serious and how do we deal with it?
So to answer this question, you need Dr. Fatima will answer this question because I do not in charge for the internship placement. So I advise for those who ask this question, you can ask Dr. Fatima, okay, regarding this question. You can email her or maybe you can join the briefing next month, in the mid of the next month.
Okay, so then as mentioned before, don't forget to join the sharing session, everyone. Have a lot of inputs from there. Will ICT for financial institutions will be offered for the upcoming semester?
Actually for the ICT, inshallah we will offer for every semester. For next semester will be offer for ICT for financial institution.
Okay.
Okay.
Answer is yes. Do ISFIN students have a final year project?
No, for no final year project, but instead for practical training.
So,
Practical training.
all right. So there will be a practical training, but no FYP. So this is the second last question. Another reminder, if anyone has more questions to ask, you can just scan the QR code or Google side.com 120-400 or just unmute your mic. Can students from BBA department majoring in Islamic finance and banking do practical in the Islamic banking industry?
Okay. So for the BBA student, you have to ask your academic advisor, Dr. Zairina, okay, regarding this matter, because this is regarding for BBA student. You have to ask your academic advisor, Dr. Zairina.
So anyone who's in a different department can ask their academic advisors for more information about their academics. So last question. Is it true that 12 credit hour can be counted as dean list?
I'm not sure about the dean list. Okay, okay, I'm not sure about the dean list, but I will go back to you for that question. Can you give me your names? Okay, for those who ask this question, I will email to you later or to answer this question.
Okay.
Can I answer that question?
Okay.
Because based on latest info from the office, because last time I handled together Dean's List Award ceremony, office approved that 12 credit hours can be considered as Dean's List. So minimum credit hours to be considered as Dean's List is 12 credit hours. So it's true.
So it's actually, it can be counted and possible. But I also, to add more, I have a sister who has graduated from IIUM. She said that it's possible, but it would be a little bit harder. I don't know how the counting works. So You can try because 12-hour credit hour is the minimum. Okay, so we are out of questions. Does anyone has any questions to ask?
Okay, sorry, a student, may I ask your favor because right now maybe you can join the evening session to if you have any more other question, so you can join evening at 2:30 p.m. right?
Yes,
Right?
2:30. Yes.
Yeah, 2:30 p.m. You can join that session to ask other question. Sorry, because I have to do some tests here right now. So if any more question, you can ask during afternoon session. Is it okay?
Of course.
Sorry. So I have an emergency right now. Sorry. It is not plain, but I have emergency. So I think you can join 2:30 p.m. This afternoon. Is it okay?
Okay, sure. Okay, everyone. So we have another session in the afternoon, which is 2:30. You can ask questions there. Also a little reminder, since the questions were mostly about internships, you can have more information and in detail when Dr. Fatima has a sharing session on probably in November.
In
Okay.
November, if I'm not mistaken, on the 5th of November. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. So. All right.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay.
Dr. Rafika. Thank you to Dr. Rafika and everyone for joining us. I hope everyone has